Welcome everyone. Welcome to purplelunarose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight we're going to be reading for the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I am going to start with a collective reading first. I will put timestamps in after the live stream is over. Your biggest cosmic influence this week will be the very courageous Leo full moon. And of course, we also have some surprises popping up for all of us with Uranus moving direct in the money sign of Taurus. I did talk about the astrology on Sunday night, guys, so you guys can catch that over on my YouTube channel under the live tab. And I do apologize, I'm running just a few minutes late. Just now making my timesheet. But it's been a really interesting day. Like, I almost was very late, or I almost had to live stream from a different location, which was like unexpected. So yeah, tell me, how's it for you guys? Like, is it a weird day for you guys? Just strange, like surprises, things popping up, right? That's going to be that Uranus going direct. All right, guys, don't forget, we are streaming 3 different platforms. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch all at the same time. All right, I got my timesheet ready, y'all. So we're going to start collective reading first. Remember, collective reading, we're looking at masculine and feminine energy, and of course, the bridging energies. Kind of checking in and seeing where everyone is at. I did a divine masculine Celtic cross earlier today, so if you guys missed it, you can find that over on the YouTube channel and our Facebook page. And we also had a members only live on YouTube this morning. I almost forgot timestamp. Let's do 2:25. And masculine energy first, please. So we have unknown territory. You're exactly where you need to be. Masculine energy could feel like they're having to do something new, something they've never done before. The snow is definitely sticking out to me. We got some snow here, which is pretty rare, but pretty exciting when it happens. So everybody's, doing donuts in the parking lots, right? But you're exactly where you need to be says that masculine energy could be concerned that they're making maybe like a wrong choice or going in the wrong direction or not sure if it's the right direction. I do see the owl. So the owl does talk about wisdom, gaining knowledge. All right, let's look at feminine energy. Have watching the clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. So there's this energy here with this card that feminine energy could be overthinking something, adding more pressure than is needed. Bridging energy, we have narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. Wandering path is on the bottom, enjoy the journey. So this card talks about how we always want like a map or like step-by-step directions, and there really isn't step-by-step directions. It's a journey. All right, so I'm going to clarify. I'm going to look at masculine energy first. You're exactly where you need to be. So we have 5 of Pentacles, frustration. The Knave of Pentacles, that's going to be the Page of Pentacles. So pages are students. So it's like you're learning about a new journey or learning how to start a new journey, but it's like you're not at your fullest potential. You don't have all the facts yet. We have 8s of Swords. It could be communication, but I think it's more clarity, understanding. So there's definitely this energy with masculine side that it feels like whatever it is that they're going through, where spirit's saying it's exactly how it's supposed to be. With the clarifiers, it's this energy like it's a really big struggle for masculine. So for me to be saying like you're exactly where you're supposed to be, it seems kind of challenging. Seems like, and I almost said it seems like it's not fair. But it's not about not being fair. There's something that masculine energy is learning in this challenging time. Ace of Swords is also a victory, but it is like the double-edged sword, so it's like it cuts both sides. So it's definitely like it's a victory, but it's a hard-fought victory. I wanted to look at the card and be like, you're almost there, right? But there's a light, like you can see a light at the end, like going towards this long pathway that he's walking, but I can't tell if the light is far or not. And it kind of feels like it's in the middle. So here, like we're in the middle of winter, and fives are frustration, but fives are in the middle, challenges. Naves are students, so it's like again in the middle, not at the beginning, not at the end. The only thing that's at the beginning is this victory, but it's like you're gonna have to fight really hard for that victory. All right, so High Priestess comes out for divine feminine energy, and this is about sitting at the veil, getting the answers, putting the puzzle pieces together, starting to understand why things had to happen a certain way. It's for some reason I almost said Gemini energy, but we also have King of Cups. King of Cups is my clue card for divine masculine. That's going to be what you're putting the puzzle pieces together about. Divine masculine energy King of Cups energy is this energy of someone who's very compassionate, understanding, in control of their emotions, definitely, but emotional too. I want to say, like, I feel like there's this misconception about King of Cups that King of Cups like holds back his emotions, and that's not necessarily true. The King of Cups actually feels very comfortable expressing all his emotions, regardless of whether it's sad, happy, whatever. You know how like some men don't like to cry in front of people, or like some, I'm trying to say, like it's just this King of Cups is very balanced in all of their emotions. So divine feminine could be putting something together. Look at that. We have a match. That is a big match. And side by side. That's so rare. Okay, so the King of Cups is my clue card for divine masculine, and then of course the Queen of Cups is going to be my clue card for divine feminine. And then Queen of Cups is the energy that talks about unconditional love, but I picked the Tarot of the Sweet Twilight. So there's a really specific story with this tarot set. I had one of you guys tell me that this was one of your favorites, so that's definitely why I chose it, right? It's one of my favorites too. But the Queen of Cups talks about how she stops what she's doing. Okay, so the Queen of Cups is always trying to love, right? Like she's always trying to give unconditional love. That's the meaning of the card. But in this particular tarot set, it's like she stops what she's doing because she realizes that really she's depleted. So it's like really she doesn't have much to give. So it's like she understands that she has to learn to love herself, and she has to learn to replenish herself, and self-love, self-care, all the things, and she does this because she wants to be like a better caretaker or like a better nurturer or like a better, she wants to be able to have unconditional love for others, right? So it's interesting, divine feminine. It's like you're starting to understand the purpose of the journey, which is weird to me because I feel like we've always understood the purpose of the journey. What I will say that I've been putting together in my own journey is I'm really starting to understand the connection that I experience between everyone I know and everyone that I experience in my life, and the relation or like how that correlates to my own divine counterparts. So, like to my own divine masculine, the person that awakened me, or to my own divine feminine energy. Does that make sense? But there's something that you're learning about the King of Queen of Cups. It's like you're putting the pieces together. All right, narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. This is going to be the bridging energy. So I'm not a fan of the bridges, right? But there's something here about that tree that sticks out the side of the mountain. I told this story about Halloween time where the little town that I live in, they have this like Halloween thing they do every year where the town stores, like we have this one street, right? And the one street has all the little stores and all the little businesses, and they come out and they give all the kids candy, and the kids just walk up and down this main street, right? We were standing in line, and it was like, it's weird because I feel like winter took a long time to get here, but it got cold right at Halloween. It was like really windy. We had our winter coats out. And then later it was like summer again, and we ended up putting our winter coats back away, right? But there was this period right around Halloween where it was really cold, and we were standing out there waiting for, candy and taking the kids down down the street. And I looked up and seen this building, this brick building in one of the old, like downtown part of, town. And I noticed there was like up in the gutter at the very top of this building, there was a tree like growing out from the top of this building. I mean, a tree, like it had a tree, like a stump. I mean, like a whole, you know what I'm saying? And then there was like leaves at the top. It was crazy. And the wind was blowing. And it was like, it wasn't, at first I thought like, is it a decoration? Is it like, what is it? And then as we got closer to the building and closer to the tree growing out of this brick building, you could tell that it was like real, it was alive, and the wind was not going to blow it out of there. It was holding strong. And so it's like this energy of like you can conquer, you can win, you can get through whatever challenges. It's like nothing can take you out type of energy. So the bridge, is it scary? Do people like to jump on it and act like fools? Yes, of course they do. But are you stronger than that? Are you like sturdier than that? Yes. And that's going to be both sides, both sides. So I feel like the masculine energy is definitely struggling here. The feminine energy maybe not struggling so much because there's so much confirmation now, but the bridging energy it's like, it's not as challenging as it looks. All right, let's look and see. Tread thoughtfully. So we have 10 of Cups coming out, emotional contentment, happy home, happy family. We have the 9 of Pentacles coming out. 9 of Pentacles is about individuality and dependence. And then we have the Devil coming out, and the Devil is Capricorn energy. The Devil is breaking away from things that are toxic or unhealthy. And we're going to start adding something to that because I feel like, yes, the Devil card does represent toxicity, karmic energies. It represents things that are not healthy for us, right? But Capricorn energy itself represents, okay, so for example, Pluto was just in Capricorn. We just got a massive lesson in what works for us and what doesn't work for us. And I feel like I mentioned that. I think it was in the members only reading. But that's Capricorn energy, what works for you and what doesn't work for you. So there's definitely this energy, bridging energy. It's like what we're facing right now the emotional contentment, the individuality and independence. And this particular devil card and this particular tarot set, I always feel like he's looking back with this kind of like, I don't know, like sly look on his face. And it's almost this energy like he's waiting to see what we're going to choose, what we're going to do. It's almost like waiting to pounce type of energy. All right, let's do head, heart, and higher self. I'm going to start masculine energy first. All right, so this came up to me too. Okay, remember, we all have masculine and feminine energies within us, right? Here, I got a little thing. That's all right, so I had a little thing, but apparently I took it down. Oh no, I didn't. Look at that. Sweet. All right, so there we go. Feminine, masculine energy. No, really, Rosa? Okay, hold on. I'll put it back. So we all have feminine, we all have masculine. Every single person down here has both. I always say masculine energy makes you lock your doors. Feminine energy makes you wash your hair, right? The goal is balance. The goal is balance. And when you're on this very specific journey, the masculine and feminine energy, see, there's people that are on different types of spiritual awakening journeys, and they swap it back and forth with healing those energies, right? That's how they're able to heal their whole self. But when we, those of us on this specific type of spiritual awakening journey swap back and forth, I feel like it's completely different. It's like it could be multiple times a day. It could be just, it could be for long periods of time. But I feel like for a long time, the feminine, the ones of us that resonate more with feminine energy, and again, it doesn't matter whether you're male or female, but it seems to me like for the longest time, we were in our masculine energy. Masculine energy is the giving energy. Feminine energy is the receiving energy, right? And for the longest time, we were in that energy. And then it seems like recently, really since Venus retrograde of 2023, right? So about June of 2023, it seems like Spirit's really been working with us about holding our feminine energy. And for masculine, it was holding their masculine energy. So it was weird. It was like we had to keep this balanced energy for like a really longer than normal. And we weren't swapping back and forth. We were like holding on to that. I have noticed a break in that. Like I have noticed from doing your personal readings, and you guys will know because you got your readings and it came out in your readings. But it's like I have noticed that it could be like a test because I do feel like we are, if for those of us that resonate with divine feminine, again, it doesn't matter, male or female, but if like you resonate more with divine feminine energy, I do feel like Spirit's asking us to stay in that energy because it is about receiving. And for masculines, remember, masculines are mass awakening, like the whole world, mass awakening. So for them, they are in giving energy. They are in, think about divine feminine, like think about what the beginning of your spiritual awakening looked like, right? Like you were doing the giving. So it's like you were in that energy. You had to hold, then you had to learn to hold the feminine. So it's like they're doing the same thing and they have to learn how to hold the masculine. So if you catch yourself in masculine energy, I mean, the best advice I could say at this time, and I mean, you're going to know what works for you and what isn't. Like, it could be the complete opposite. Maybe you're always in the feminine and you need to be in the masculine. You see what I'm saying? Balance is going to be key. Masculine, protect, provide, giving energy. Feminine energy, self-care, self-love, nurturing, receiving energy. All right, let's look in the headspace. So thoughts for masculine.
have the community card coming out. It could be soul tribe, soul family, soul sisters, definitely. It could be gathering friends or like minds. I got a feeling it's none of those things. Yeah. So in the heart space, we have attachment. So that's going to be big confirmation that this is third party. So here's what I'm going to say, masculines. There's too many people telling you what to do. Too many people telling you what to do. And attachment in the heart space could definitely be a message from the feminine energy. I really won't know until we get to the other side, the feminine side. But you can see that like it's about taking the mask off, being authentic, speaking truth, being your true self. I do notice always that she's chained to this pose, but I feel like the first step is taking the mask off, right? Then you can work on unbinding yourself, or I guess some people say uncording yourself, right? Happy family is going to come out for higher self lesson. It is giving me that same 10 of cups energy. So like emotional contentment, it's learning to be happy with yourself. It's learning to be present. It's learning all those things that you learn when you first have a spiritual awakening, right? Patience is here. I do get this feeling like divine masculine is having a hard time being patient, and that's why this energy is back here. So it could have something to do with divine timing, but I'm also getting like we're supposed to be kind, Rosa. Patience, be patient with yourself, be kind with yourself. Everything comes in the right time. All right, let's do feminine side. We have Angel of Love coming out in the headspace for Divine Feminine. So this is going to be this angel comes down when unconditional love is needed. Envy is here. So someone, I mean, Divine Feminine energy definitely has to deal with envy, right? If people spent all of that energy that they spend on being jealous of someone else, or trying to take something that someone else has, um, they would probably have a, and like put it all into themselves. And, I'm saying, instead of wasting it being envious and jealous of other people, they would have such a much better life, right? They'd be so much happier. They would have invested all that time and energy into themselves and their own happiness, and then they wouldn't have to be envious of anyone else, right? It's funny how the things work. The seventh chakra comes out. This is going to be the crown chakra. So this is about the connection to spirit. So I do feel like there is messages back and forth in the heart space. There's something about the connection coming from masculine, and there's something about like speaking truth and taking the mask off coming from feminine. And I see the sun on for higher self. So the sun is going to be about it's kind of like the watching the clouds card. Like I feel like divine feminine, we could be investing too much energy into something is what I'm getting. And we really need to be focused on our own self-care, our own healing. So it's kind of that energy I was feeling earlier. So if you're feeling like you resonate more with divine feminine, but you're feeling yourself pulled into this more divine masculine energy where it's like you're giving and giving and giving, you need to pull that energy back. I mean, I feel like the message came out. I don't know. The message has been coming out for me for days because, I'd be learning the things over here. um, but yeah, there's definitely this energy about needing to stay in a more peaceful energy, more present moment. Happiness is all about the present. Like you can't really be happy in the future. You can't be happy in the past. You can only be happy in the present. And that's really the energy that I'm getting. On the bottom is the garden and the gate. And the garden in the gate does talk about needing to leave the comfort zone. All right, let's pull some messages. I am going to pull the OG cards out. Your eyes always talk to me, that one said. All right, let's do 3 from masculine to feminine. You're good. You got the essentials. You got it. In other words, like nothing else was needed. You got all the tools to get the job done. Sometimes it's hard for me not to be angry about this. That one seems personal. But it's going to be collective energy. It's going to be about like the challenges of the journey, right? Like the first card out was the 5 of Wands. I'm sorry, the 5 of Pentacles, which is challenges. I wish I had all the answers. I knew what happened is on the bottom. I feel like that's supposed to say I know what happened, but it says I knew what happened. All right, let's do 3 from Divine Feminine. I'm scared you hate me. This is what I have to do. Ouch. And I need you to stay. And I'm trying to move forward is on the bottom. All right, let's wrap it up with Power of Love for guidance. I love the green coming out for Divine Feminine. Green is the color, the heart chakra. You have the Integrity card. You demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with your every situation. We have the Freedom card. You're releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. You're trying. Okay, so this is Divine Feminine. This is Divine Masculine. This card came out in reverse. The Integrity card says, you demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with your every situation. So for Divine Feminine, there's something about us demonstrating truth, or it could have something to do with manifesting love in every situation. For Masculine, the Freedom card, you're releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. You're actually closing yourself off to the point that I felt like I felt like I couldn't, I felt restricted when I read the card. Earlier, I was doing a live where I felt like I kept coughing or wanting to cough. And a lot of times when that happens, it's like the throat chakra. And it's like when someone wants to communicate, but they don't, or there's fear, or for whatever reason, and it's like something's trying to get out, right? It's just why you're coughing. The openness too. So I'm feeling like closing yourself off, restricting yourself. Yeah. And then self-love. You realize that love of self is necessary to love another. That's going to be overall everybody. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. That's going to be your collective reading. I hope that was helpful. I'm going to clean up really quickly. And then we're going to start with Cancer. You know what's weird to me is how different, but how similar our journeys are. Like, it's weird to me how when we have this type of awakening, these people that cause our awakening, we have such similarities in our own journeys. You know, you hear about it all the time. Like, you could be born in the same place, same town, very close place, but like years apart. You could experience like the same childhood, um, traumas. You could be healing from the same traumas. You have a lot of similarities in your journeys. That's why when you come together, it seems like everybody says you get that home feeling and you feel like you know this person your whole life. It's because you've experienced the same things, right? Same traumas, same healing, same purpose. But what's interesting to me is that the divine feminine, I used to like not want to say that the divine feminine led this journey because I felt like that was so weird to like pick one over the other. Like what one would be better than the other? Why is that, right? And it's not that one is better than the other, right? Like we all have our own shits, right? Um, but I do find it super interesting that for the longest time it was really divine feminine that was doing the work and that was healing and that was ascending. And if you go back in history and you research twin flames, remember they weren't always called twin flames, right? But the basics, the theory, the idea, the concept was there always. Like you can go all the way back to like the pyramid days. But like if you look at it, it was always the feminine that was healing. It was always the feminine that was leading the journey. It was always the feminine that was learning, implementing, spiritual awakening, all the things, right? And it was said that when the divine feminine energy did this, that these ripple effect would go out into the world, right? And it would help heal everyone, like the collective energies. And regardless of whether the counterpart awakened or not, they would still heal. So it was like you just did it because you just did, right? And then we have this mass awakening where everyone, it seems like, is waking up and now everybody's burning sage and everyone's got tarot and everyone's doing everything, right? Today I did that masculine energy and I talked about the wounded masculine and divine masculine. You guys are going to hear people talking about the wounded masculine a lot because that's what's happening. The world is awakening and we have wounded masculine everywhere. So the difference between, what it is like you have masculine energy and divine masculine is a healed, awakened masculine, right? And they're few and far and few between, right? We all know this. That's why you can go in any channel, not just PLR, any twin flame channel, you can go in there and you'll see that there are hundreds and hundreds of divine feminine energies and divine masculines are very rare and they're also very quiet. Like they just don't, engage as often, right? But that's divine masculine energy, I just want to say. But anyway, so it's like it seems like now that we have all these awakenings, it just kind of, I guess, surprises me that divine feminine energy still pushes, still goes, still does the things, still healing, still working the journey. And divine masculine energy, it's like, how many times do we go 3 steps forwards and 2 steps back? And I'm not saying that divine feminine doesn't do that too. I mean, clearly we do. But I mean, it would be, I mean, we all know, like we can see it, right? We all see the divine masculine energy trying to have this awakening, trying to do the good things, trying to go so long. And it's like they only get so long, so far, and then they backslide again. And then they're back to doing the same nonsense again. And then life is sucking again, and everything is hard again. And here's the thing, life is hard, whether you're doing things that you know you're not supposed to be doing anyway. You see what I'm saying? Or not. So if you're out in life and you're doing good things, life's still going to be hard. Yeah, I know, right? And if you're out doing things that you're not supposed to be doing, life's still going to be hard, but extra now. So if you think that like having spiritual awakening and that means like you get better and you heal and you start working on you, if you think that's not going to be hard, I mean, then we'd all be woke, right? We'd all be healed and eating our vegetables and fruits and playing with our crystals, like, right? Wouldn't we all be doing that? It's, of course it's hard, but there's definitely this energy here that just, I don't know, clearly got me. um, where it's, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. At this rate, like, where are we getting, right? All right. I don't know. I've been full of the rants lately. I guess that's it. Ran over. Diana says, I love that I can see Rosa in the mirror. Sweet. I love that I did my makeup today. Oh, you mean the little mirror. I see what I did that so you guys can see my hands when I'm shuffling the cards. All right, I'll get to it. I know, right? 3619 for Cancer. All right, Cancer. So January 21st through January 27th, you have Leo full moon. It's going to make us all really passionate. So just throwing that out there. You also have Uranus going direct in the mini sign of Taurus. Uranus is revolution, right? But it's shock, awe, surprise. Oh, I want to say we don't see it coming, but we do. We've been waiting all last year, right? All right, Cancer. So energy of the week, I'm going to use Sacred Traveler. We have joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. You have fellow travelers on the bottom. Support is all around you. It could have something to do with children, but I feel like it's just happiness, excitement. It could be something new. All right, Cancer, challenge or obstacle. I'm going to use the energy oracle. So we have woman holding a coin. We have fourth chakra coming out for lesson learned. And we have the thinking man. The thinking man says that you have something of great value, but someone has to come show you, because look here, challenge or obstacle says that you're struggling to learn self-worth. You're struggling to know or to understand your resources. Fourth chakra is heart chakra awakening. So this is lesson learned, but this could be actually something that's happening right now. I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot. The fourth chakra is definitely throwing me off. All right, so let's look at joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. It's not that it's throwing me off. I mean, clearly it's heart chakra. It's heart chakra awakening. But Cancer, it's like, I thought you already had heart chakra awakening, right? So it's interesting to me. Is it possible? You know how people say you can have more than one awakening? I mean, yes, very possible, right? All right, so joy and delight, justice, especially, I just heard this message. So especially if like a blockage is removed, definitely. And I don't mean like like a health situation. I mean like let's say abundance is challenging for you, Cancer. It could definitely be an energy of like self-worth, not believing that you deserve something or that you're worthy of something. When you have heart chakra awakening, that definitely clears that up, right? So that could be happening here. The Justice card comes out. It's Libra energy. It says that, again, there's been a great injustice, but something has made those scales balance back out. Something's been made right. You have Eight of Swords coming out. Eight of Swords, self-restriction. Again, telling yourself that you can't do something. It's interesting to me because this is the one where there's this mirror and it looks like she's bound and like she has this blindfold on and there's crows all around her. So she's in fear. But the interesting part is there actually is no crows and she's not bound. She doesn't have a blindfold on. Ace of Wands comes out. Ace of Wands, fate, destiny. Cancer, this is about you taking new passionate actions. Remember, wands are actions. And whatever this new action is, you fight hard for it, but it breaks you free from something you kept telling yourself you couldn't do. All right, woman holding a coin is your challenge or obstacle. Woman holding a coin talks about understanding your self-worth, understanding your value. Could definitely be a value to something. The death card is here, Scorpio energy, death and rebirth. The Ten of Swords is here. Ten of Swords, a completion to a painful life cycle. And the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is going to be the beginning of a new journey. So it's not that you're not seeing your own worth, Cancer. You're not seeing the worth of closing something out. You're not seeing that when, okay, Ten of Swords, closure to a painful life cycle, Page of Pentacles, the beginning of a brand new journey. That's exactly what the Scorpio death and rebirth card means. It means you close something out, something new begins. So what you're not seeing the value in is the ability to close something out so that you can allow something new to begin. All right, fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Wheel. We have the Eight of Pentacles. It's interesting to me because I feel like since the fire signs, the readings are like, so remember Cancer is my rising. But it's like the readings are so direct and it's like I don't want to say it, but I mean, I have to say it. And then not only do I have to say it, but it's like I'm going to have to do it. I do feel like you are going through some sort of heart chakra clearing. It's a clearing. Three of Cups is going to be third party. Again, too many people are involved. And the Wheel of Fortune is here, and the Wheel of Fortune says it's time. And the Eight of Pentacles is here, and the Eight of Pentacles is work, focus, dedication. The thinking man is the outcome. The thinking man says someone comes into your environment and teaches you about something that you have that is of great value. King of Cups. The Magician. And the Page of Wands. King of Cups is my clue card for Divine Masculine. It's counselor, therapist, mentor, and we added coach. The Magician, as above, so below. It's manifesting. It's, I want to say conjuring, but it's just bringing things together using the elements. And then Page of Wands is here. Again, the beginning of your spiritual awakening, the beginning of a new journey, but it's Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is your spiritual awakening journey. And the Ace of Swords is on the bottom. Again, new clarity, new understanding. Cancer, I feel like it's very possible that you get some big confirmations in your journey. this week. I think it's very possible that you're going to have to close out old chapters so that you can start new chapters. I also think it's very possible that this is not something that's going to be easy for you, but you're definitely going to get that feeling about midweek that it's time. I feel like it's also possible that you'll get some confirmations that will allow you to release whatever that energy is so that you can move forward on your spiritual path. All right, I'm going to pull some guidance from Power of Love. See the individuality card? It says, you leave your unique stamp of love on everything that you do. Creativity, you love to devise new ideas, innovations, and forms of illumination. Priorities. Detachment, cooperation. I feel like you can keep going. All right, individuality, creativity, priorities. You understand the paramount importance of manifesting love in all situations. Detachment, you're releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. And I'm going to close it out with Moonology Oracle. Remember, Cancer, this is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. It's definitely up and down, up and down. I feel like you are excited at the end of the week. I feel like it's something that you most likely didn't expect or didn't see coming. Believe in the impossible, the blue moon. It's like it's rare, right? Once in a blue moon. The end of a tough cycle approaches. We've seen that card also. And be bold and make the first move. It's the cardinal moon. Expect powerful change is on the bottom. All right, Cancer, I'm going to leave it right there. Hope that reading was helpful. If it was, tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up really quickly and we're going to move on to Scorpio. Every time I see that cooperation card and the Power of Love Oracle, I just remember that lady on the TikTok where she was like talking to the universe and she was like, you better fix this. You better fix this before I become the problem. I feel that. I feel that sometimes. All right, did I take the leaf off? Please tell me it. There you go. Can you still see me in the mirror when I'm drinking my tea? You probably can. I don't know if I'm ready for Scorpio. Are you guys ready for Scorpio? I don't know. All right. See 5005. Scorpio, this is going to be for January 21st through January 27th. Do you have Leo full moon? Protective energies. Like the lion. Or like the, you know, how they protect their cubs. It's that energy. So you're feeling really protective of something. Maybe you're worried something's going to, I don't know, be hurt. All right, let's get energy of the week. We have surrendering to the journey, release, control, a breaking trail, a breakthrough is at hand. The message that I'm getting is that it's possible you're trying to, I don't think you're trying to control anything, Scorpio, but you could be over worried about something or over stressing about something. I did see that in the flow card, everything is smooth sailing. So it's like, there's something you could be worried about. And everything is smooth sailing card is like everything's happening for a reason. All right, challenge or obstacle. Look at that. Hostilities comes out, contract comes out, and door to spirit comes out. Do you have door to romance on the bottom? I don't necessarily know if it has anything to do with romance, Scorpio, because it doesn't really matter because it's locked. You've got your heart locked away. All right, surrender to the journey, release, control. A lot of times I get that Six of Swords type of energy. Doesn't it look like the Six of Swords on the boat, the person? Sometimes you see like the family and like the man's usually standing in the back rowing the boat. But it talks about going to calmer waters or being guided towards calmer waters. And that's kind of the energy that I'm getting. So it's like it's very possible that you're being guided towards calmer waters, like and maybe you're pulling yourself into something. I don't know, like whatever you're worried about, I don't feel like it actually has anything to do with you. It's like it's about someone else. But the energy is, and I mean, I feel like you have great reason to be worried, but the energy is that it's meant to happen. Like there's purpose for whatever is happening. All right, release control. We have Two of Wands. Two of Wands could have something to do with expectations. It could have something to do with making a difficult decision. You may need to travel somewhere. Ten of Wands comes out. So a lot of fire energy, Scorpio. But Ten of Wands is going to be heavy burdens on your shoulders. It's exhaustion. And then we have Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles, abandonment, rejection. It's the card that says it's okay to ask for help. It's also frustration. You can be frustrated because you don't know what to choose. You can be frustrated because you feel like something's taking a long time. You can be frustrated because you're tired of doing something on your own. You could be thinking about wanting to go somewhere and do something even though you know it's going to be challenging. You could feel like someone is expecting you to go somewhere or do something that's challenging. All right, hostilities is your challenge or obstacle. So remember, there's two cards in the energy oracle. There is the deceit card, which says that someone's being hostile towards you, but they're doing it behind your back. And then there's the hostilities card, which says, you know, they're doing it right in your face. So it's like something is right in your face and it sucks. It's hard. It's not easy. The Devil card coming out, Capricorn energy strongly, and I do see the puppet strings. So you could feel like, I mean, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, of course, but you could feel like someone is controlling or manipulating you. Or I definitely felt like there was this energy of protection, like you wanted to protect something. We have Nine of Swords here. Nine of Swords is trauma, needing to process trauma. It's fear. We have Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is slow moving energy. All right, so this is going to be interesting. This is someone who's actually moving fast. So Knight of Pentacles is normally slow moving energy. And it talks about how he's out here getting these fields ready, but he's not really planting any seeds. Most of the Knight of Pentacles that you see, he's on the horse and the ground is bare. I mean, he's tilled the land, it's ready to go, but he hasn't put the seed in the dirt. The interesting part about this one is you can see the pentacles lined up. It's like he's planting his seeds. Someone took a long time to do something, and it's like now they're doing it very quickly. But there's something about that that has you worried. All right, the contract card. So the contract card is lesson learned. This could definitely have something to do with the twin journey, right? But it's about the scales being balanced. It's like you could be trying to balance the scales and there's something you don't see, something you don't understand. Eight of Swords, self-restriction, telling yourself you can't do something, but really you can. Three of Pentacles, teamwork, partnership, everybody working together. And Seven of Pentacles, there it is, planting those seeds. I mean, he's literally planting the seeds in this one. Do you see it? So the challenge or obstacle is planting the seed. But the lesson learned is knowing that you have to plant the seed and wait for a time of harvest. Door to Spirit is the outcome, Scorpio. Door to Spirit says that the veil is being moved so that Spirit can get a message to you. The Empress comes out. That's everyone's clue card for Divine Feminine. But it's about abundance. It's about creativity, birthing something, bringing something in. Eight of Pentacles is here. Eight of Pentacles is focus, dedication. It's also about spiritual practice. And then you have Seven of Cups is here. Seven of Cups says the choice is yours, Scorpio. The choice is yours. On the bottom, Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands talks about doing something the same way over and over and over for a very, very long time. It did serve you, Scorpio, for the longest time. It did keep your boundaries protected. It did keep people safe, but it's like something is different now. Something is outgrown, outdated. And it's like now there's this energy of needing to pick something different, needing to go a different route. And again, Eight of Pentacles could have something to do with work for most of you. But this is, I picked the Light Seers Tarot, and it's about your practice, spiritual practices. All right, I'm going to do Power of Love. It's interesting, the planting the seed energy, because it's like Seven of Pentacles also says that some of this has already started to, like, he could harvest some of this already. But it talks about be cautious that you don't overpick it. But it's like he's taking great care of it. He's not picking anything. He's being very patient and waiting for something. Because it's like if he just waits a little bit longer, this thing he's been dedicated and focused on comes in a very big way and gives you much more options than had you started to pick it too early. All right, guidance. We have ownership. You acknowledge your misdeeds and accomplishments alike and learn to love them all as lessons. Compassion. You demonstrate the language of the heart by actively sharing and living love. And evolution. You realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. The virtue card is here too, and I've seen it twice now, so I'm going to read it. You acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. I love that card because the Scorpios in my own personal journey are the ones who awakened me, and they are the ones that continue to encourage me and push me to keep going forward. And I don't mean like just push me to keep going forward, but I mean like they push. um, but it's the push that I need, right? It's like it's not a coincidence the people around us that spirit puts around us when we're following our purpose. You know what I mean? All right. Moonology Oracle to close it out. For Scorpio, this is going to be thoughts and emotions. I do think there is some overthinking. That's why the surrendering to the journey card. The overthinking is going to be wanting to control something or maybe wanting to control the timing of something. If that's not you, Scorpio, then it's like there's an energy around you and you're concerned about that energy, like that happening to that energy. Very possible. All right, it says you're very close to achieving your goal. It's the gibbous moon. Show the world the real you. It's the full moon in Aquarius. And don't let your past hold you back. It's the South Node. On the bottom, here it is. Work through your fears. It's new moon in Scorpio. All right, I'm going to leave it right there, Scorpio. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, tap that like button for me. Like, share, comment, all those good things. I'm going to clean up really quickly, and we have Pisces next. I don't know. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if it was like that's Scorpio energy or Scorpio's concerned energy. All right, Pisces, last one. Ew, I'm totally going to wait for it. Let's do 104, 44. All right, Pisces, this is going to be for January 21st through January 27th. So we have the Leo full moon. Uranus going direct in Taurus. feel like yours is going to be Leo full moon. All right, Sacred Traveler. Energy of the week, we have Desert Passage. Trust there's a divine plan. Cleansing water, purification activates vibrant life force. That is the divine plan. But you're going through something that's, well, a lot of times with cleansing water, I get this energy like things are being stripped away. It's being washed away. All the things that you don't need. All right, Energy Oracle. Let's look at challenge or obstacle, door to personal healing and happiness. That's why it's being washed away. Caring connection is here, and healer of the ages. Deceit is on the bottom. So this is that card where I just said it earlier. Who was it? Scorpio, where I feel like Scorpio got the hostilities card. It's like where someone's being hostile in your face, right? And the deceit card is like where they're being hostile, but it's behind your back. Door to personal healing and happiness is in your challenges or obstacle, Pisces, because there's someone blocking your doorway. So it's like I can see him here blocking the doorway. This is challenge or obstacle. So it's like you can't get to the rainbows and flowers and good things because, again, something's blocking the doorway. I think this is what's blocking the doorway. And I think this is what you allow it, see the doorway again. But I mean, you're not going to tell God or spirit or the universe, like, you're not, it's okay when this one blocks the doorway. So it's like you remove something from your doorway so that this healing energy can come in, so that you can go into door of personal healing and happiness. But originally, when you start this week, Pisces, this energy is blocking that doorway. And let's talk about this energy just a second. I'm not trying to be mean about it. Can you tell I got a tone? Okay, so Caring Connection is the card that talks about a really specific story. It talks about how these two people meet in this work or teamwork environment. They have so much, what's the word? Dang it. Of course, now I'm not going to have the word. Can't think of the word. They just get along really well, right? They get along really well. People notice it. Like there's something weird about it. They kind of like light up the room when they go in a room. A lot of times this couple, this energy of this couple, like it's they're friends, right? They're not in relationship, but it's like people always think they're in a relationship. People always think they're a couple, right? It's that type of energy. And it talks about how they just work really well together. They just really respect one another. They just really connect in a different type of way. It does talk about how the relationship grows, and it grows into something that the people like they didn't expect, right? I love that spirit guided me to Energy Oracle when I first started PLR. I've had these from the very beginning, but it's like I definitely got this energy that it was, there's no twin flame card per se in this particular Oracle set, but I love the the cards because just like the tarot of the Sweet Twilight, where it tells this story of this couple, right? It's like this energy oracle tells the same story, and it starts out with that caring couple, right? And it's like the story moves on throughout the rest of the cards. So I think what's happening, Pisces, is there's something about your twin journey, right? The person you have the soul tie with, the soul connection with, and that's going to be what's blocking your doorway to personal healing and happiness. And it's interesting, Pisces, because I feel like before it was something else that was blocking it. And it's like you removed that energy, but now this is the last thing that has to be removed before this energy can come in. All right, let's look at Desert Passage. Trust that there's a divine plan. Double card again. Four of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. Double card again could be Capricorn energy. And I feel like it is. It is going to be that energy. I talked about it at the very beginning of the live. It's like that. Um, you're learning what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Four of Pentacles told me that, because Four of Pentacles is about holding on to something too tightly. And I don't feel like you're holding on to it too tightly. Queen of Swords doesn't hold on to anything too tightly, right? So it's like this energy that um, it's almost like you've learned that something you were holding on to was not helping you, was not serving you, and you're finally able to let it go. Door to personal healing and happiness. Seven of Cups, having choices. Knight of Pentacles, lifetime after lifetime. And Nine of Swords coming out. Processing trauma, anxiety, depression. This is Pisces going through shadow work. Shadow work. Facing your fears type of energy. Almost like facing your fears so this doesn't happen again. All right, hearing connection is lesson learned, and big confirmation from spirit, because Knight of Swords comes out, and Knight of Swords is like you rush to tell someone something, but what you're rushing to tell them is that they're free. That's what the rush is for. That's what the message is. They're free. They're free to go do whatever it is that they feel like they need to go do. Many times the Knight of Swords is my clue card for a breakup. You have Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands being courageous enough to take new action. And you have the Fool card. That's the new action that you need to take. You need to take the leap of faith. Pisces, I feel like so many other signs. We're in the water signs. We've only done fire and water. But out of the six, we've done now, it seems like there is this energy where we feel like we're having to choose between the journey that we're on and maybe something we want or something we think we want, or I don't know. Regardless, that's not the choice. There's not about making a choice. Like, there isn't a choice where I don't think we're supposed to be making at this time. The only choice that I can hear spirit telling me that I need to make over and over is spirit. That's it. It's myself. I need to choose me in every scenario all the time. And I know what that sounds like. And I'm going to explain to you guys why I keep saying this. Ready? It sounds selfish for me to say that, doesn't it? Like, I need to choose me. I need to fill up my cup. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to do this. And it's interesting because we're here. We're here at Pluto. Pluto's moving into Aquarius. We are leaving the me stage, right? And we're moving into the we time. It's no longer me or I, it's we. Age of Aquarius, it's humanity, it's mass people, right? But here's what we've learned at PLR since day one of my spiritual awakening is nobody wants us pouring our depletion on them. No one does. So we have to learn how to fill our own cup. We have to learn to put ourselves first. We have to learn that when we're on the plane, there's a reason that they tell you to put your mask on first before you try to help anyone else. If you die, then you're not helping anyone, right? We've learned that. So that's why here, there is no choice to make, Pisces. The only choice to make is you. That's it. It's not about the twin. It's not about any soulmates. It's not about any karmics. It's not about any jobs. It's not about any of this. It's not about any of that. Just choose you. Just you. That's it. What is best for you? And the reason, again, is because we are moving into this age of Aquarius. And everyone is going to need us to have a full cup. So, healer of the ages. This is your outcome. This is what you allow in. This is what you choose. Look at that. The Hierophant coming out, big confirmation. You see the staircase ascending, right? Two of Wands, a decision, again, important decision. And Three of Cups. That could definitely be soul tribe, soul family. But I mean, it could also be third party. So Pisces, it could be saying, hey, do you want to choose this or do you want to go back to this, right? On the bottom, the World card, new opportunities. Closing out old chapters, beginning new chapters. I think the old chapter Pisces is you was always giving to someone else. That's it. Always giving to someone else. Always doing for someone else. And it's like you're finally learning you have to do for you first. All right, guidance. Transformation. You use the power of love to move through illusion and shift into awareness. Responsibility. You are aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount of love that you express. You have the joy card. You delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. And willingness. You're able to compromise if the end result is love. I also seen the trust card. This is it though, right? It's the willingness card because you have to be willing to stop pouring your depletion on everybody and go take care of you first. All right, Lunology Oracle. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. I feel like you have to do something that you've known you have to do for a long time. But it's this energy of like you kept giving yourself an excuse, like, oh, I have to do this for them, or I have to do this for them. And it's like now Spirit's going to give you time for you. A new start is coming. It's the new moon. The answers you need are coming. It's full moon in Gemini. There's those twins. And luck is on your side. It's new moon in Sagittarius. Expect powerful changes. New moon eclipse is on the bottom. All right, guys, that's it. That's going to be your water signs for the week of January 21st through January 27th. No announcements, and I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. It has just been a really off, weird day. Ooh, tell me, Diana. It says, to me, seemed kind of like Sag last week. Others' energy coming through. Yeah, I definitely kind of felt that. Like we're picking up. It's not just the person we're reading for. It's like a strong connection, right? And I don't necessarily know if that's twin energy or I don't know. I feel like everyone's been saying that telepathy is getting really strong with everyone. Remember, we're having mass awakening. So it's like everyone is experiencing these things, right? Not just twins anymore, not just, whoever. It's like everyone is doing this. But I've been hearing a lot of different videos about people talking about telepathy and how we're experiencing really strong telepathy with other people and not just the twin, which is interesting to me because in this entire journey, it's always been the twin. But I've always known that we have, telepathy with other people, but never to this extent, right? Never to this extent. And someone tried to tell me the other day, he tried to say that, telepathy was just being able to read someone's body language. No, that's not what we're talking about. I mean, can you? Yes, of course, right? But this is a little bit different than that, right? Like it's a little bit more than that. But yeah, I find it interesting how I'm picking up like on other stuff. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you for coming in here, hanging out with me. I appreciate all of you very, very much. Don't forget Earth signs tomorrow, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I'm always, always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night, everyone.